Welcome back to our channel. In our last video, I explained how taking cash out of a business without reporting it can destroy its value when it comes time to sell. In this video, I want to tell you a true story from our files, one of my earliest listing meetings. It's a perfect example of how unreported cash doesn't just lower your sale price. It can cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars, and in this example, years of frustration. Now, the business in question was a small independent gas station. It also did some minor auto repair work. The financials showed revenue of approximately $775,000 and discretionary earnings of approximately $170,000. That's the amount that the owner, Rob, actually paid taxes on. We valued that business the same way we value every business. Our research in this case showed that we should apply a multiple of 2.7 to those earnings, and when we did so, we arrived at a value of approximately $460,000. But small business owners generally have an exaggerated opinion of the value of their business, and Rob was no exception. When I sat down with him to go through the valuation, he was shocked that his business was worth only about half what he wanted. But as is the case in most of these instances, he didn't dispute our data. He didn't dispute our sources. He didn't dispute our methods. He didn't even dispute our conclusion. He just wanted a higher number. And as if to justify the higher number, he pulled out the classic last-minute card. Quote, "I take out about $1,500 a week in cash." Unquote. Boom! Suddenly, magically, another $75,000 in earnings. Now, $75,000 of tax-free revenue is certainly worth something. And in a business transfer, I assure you, it's worth a lot more than $75,000. In fact, if we used the same 2.7 multiple that we applied to the earnings he actually reported, if that cash had been documented, his business would have been worth more than $660,000. $200,000 in additional value vanished due to ignorance or greed. It took me a moment to get over my own shock at this 11th hour disclosure, but I had to tell him, facetiously admittedly, that if it can't be proven, why $75,000? Why not $200,000? He wasn't amused. So we couldn't do anything with this, but we did advise Rob to do what we advise any owner to do in a situation like this: declare the cash gradually over the next 3 years, which is a method that would show handsome revenue growth over that period of time without alerting the tax authorities' suspicion that a sudden pop would do. And then give us a call at that time. We'd be happy to help him out. A simple plan, and one that would have put an additional $200,000 in his pocket. Rob declined. Over the years, I would pass by Rob's business in my travels, and I would notice an ever-changing list, a string, if you will, of for sale signs by real estate agents in the grass in front of his business. These signs gradually weathered and deteriorated, and evidently, when the sign had to be replaced, Rob also replaced the real estate agent. But it wasn't the real estate agent's fault, because real estate agents have zero training in valuing and selling businesses. And each of these new realtors, over these years, listed the business in the local multiple listing service, where, incidentally, no one in the history of civilization has ever gone to find a business to buy, and at roughly the same price, with, not surprisingly, the same result. Ultimately, I saw that Rob, 14 years later, essentially gave up. He replaced the words "used tires cheap" on his sign with business for sale, make offer. Now, as with all businesses, Rob's eventually sold, but it didn't until the reason it didn't sell was corrected, in this case, price. But the years and the methods that he used, hiring real estate agents and putting for sale by owner signs up, that just, both of those moves damaged the business. And he ultimately accepted an offer for just over $220,000 just to get rid of it. So here's the bottom line. If your business takes cash and you're liberating some of it, all you're doing is destroying the provable value of your business when it comes time to sell. So if you're thinking about selling in the next 2 to 5 years, begin to change course now. Gradually declare all of the revenue. Yes, you'll pay some additional taxes over the next couple of years, but all these additional taxes will be dwarfed by the amount of additional value your business will gain by declaring all of its revenue. If nothing else, remember this: no buyer will ever pay for earnings that you can't prove. In our next video, I'll discuss whether or not you should bring your business to market with a listing price. Should you put a price on it? So subscribe so you don't miss that one or any of our future weekly videos. And if you want your business to sell for what it's truly worth, watch our series, How Much Is My Business Worth playlist. I'll link to that and to other valuable resources in the description below. And if you're unsure how to value your business or any other aspect of selling a business, put your questions in the comments box. We do this every day and have been doing it for 25 years. I'll answer all questions. So finally, if you found this video helpful or even interesting, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.